The echoes of Willowbrook Asylum. Willowbrook Asylum sat on the edge of a dense, fog-shrouded forest in rural New England, a sprawling brick behemoth built in the late 1800s to house the incurable minds of society. By the 1980s, scandals of abuse and neglect shut it down for good. Patients left to die in restraints, experimental treatments that bordered on torture, stories that made it a legend among urban explorers. But no one went inside anymore, not after the disappearances started in the 90s. I was a freelance photographer chasing abandoned places for my online portfolio. At 28, I thrived on the adrenaline of trespassing into forbidden ruins. Willowbrook had been on my list for years, but the no trespassing signs and rumors of patrols kept me away. Until that rainy October night, when a tip from an anonymous forum user gave me coordinates to a broken fence on the east side. I arrived just after midnight, flashlight in hand, camera slung over my shoulder. The forest swallowed the sound of my footsteps as I pushed through overgrown thorns. The asylum loomed like a forgotten giant, windows shattered like empty eyes, ivy crawling over cracked walls. I slipped through a boarded-up service door into the main hall. The air was thick with mold and decay, the kind that clings to your throat. Echoes greeted me first. Distant drips, creaks, my own breathing bouncing off the endless corridors. I wandered deeper, photographing peeling paint, overturned wheelchairs, and patient rooms frozen in time. One room had a rusty metal bed frame bolted to the floor, restraints still dangling like rusted chains. That's when I heard the first voice. A soft murmur, like someone talking in their sleep. "Help me." I froze. It echoed from down the hall, faint but clear. Probably an animal or wind through the vents. I told myself that as I followed the sound to the east wing, the isolation ward. The voices grew, not one but many. Whispers overlapping, cries of pain, pleas for release, laughter that twisted into sobs. They seemed to come from the walls themselves. "No more needles, please. Let me out. I've been good." I recorded audio on my phone, thinking it would make killer content. But as I played it back, something chilling. The voices weren't on the recording. Only silence. Deeper in, I found the hydrotherapy room, tubs crusted with decades of grime. In the mirror above a sink, I caught a glimpse, a silhouette behind me, tall and thin, watching from the doorway. I spun around. Nothing. My heart raced, but I pushed on. Urban exploring rule. Fear is part of the thrill. In the basement, things changed. The whispers became directed at me. "You're new. They'll keep you here." I found old patient files scattered on the floor. One caught my eye, a photo of a doctor, stern-faced with notes about echotherapy, forcing patients to listen to their own screams until they broke. Then the lights. My flashlight flickered. In the strobe, shadows moved on their own. Footsteps echoed mine, but slightly off, always a second behind. I ran upstairs toward the exit, but the halls twisted. Doors that were open now slammed shut. The voices swelled into a chorus. "Stay with us. Echo with us." In a padded cell, I collapsed, shining my light around. The walls were scratched with thousands of words. They never leave. The echoes remember. And then I saw it, my own reflection in a shard of broken mirror on the floor. But I wasn't alone in it. Dozens of faces crowded behind me, hollow-eyed patients, some in straitjackets, others with lobotomy scars. They mouthed the words I was thinking. I smashed the shard and bolted, but the echoes followed me out into the forest, whispering my name now. I made it to my car, drove away shaking, posted the photos online the next day, blurry shots that went viral. That night, in my apartment, the whispers started again, faint at first, from the walls. Welcome back. It's been 3 months since I escaped Willowbrook Asylum, or at least that's what I tell myself. The photos I posted went viral, millions of views, comments calling them the creepiest urbex shots ever, but no one believed the whispers were real. They said it was wind or edited audio. I stopped arguing. The echoes followed me home. At first, subtle, my voice repeating words a split second later, like a bad delay on a call. Then, the whispers returned at night, clearer than before. You're one of us now. I saw a therapist. She prescribed pills for post-traumatic stress and auditory hallucinations. They dulled the voices, but not the feeling of being watched. Shadows in my peripheral vision stretched too long, moved too slow. One night, scrolling through my old photos to delete them, I noticed something I missed. In the hydrotherapy room shot, behind the grimy tubs, a figure stood in the doorway, tall, faceless, arms hanging limp. It wasn't there when I took the picture, I swear. The messages started then. Anonymous emails with no subject, old patient records attached, scans of handwritten notes from the 1950s. Echo therapy log. Subject 47 resists integration. Screams echo indefinitely. My name was scribbled on the margins. I tried to ignore it, moved apartments, changed my number, but the echoes adapted. Now they mimicked people I knew. My mom's voice calling from the kitchen when she lived states away. Friends' laughter turning into cries. Last week, I woke to find scratches on my bedroom wall, deep gouges in the drywall, spelling words. Come back, we're not finished. I couldn't take it anymore. If they wanted me back, maybe facing it would end this. Stupid, I know, but desperation makes you brave, or insane. I returned to Willowbrook on a moonless night, armed with a better flashlight, a GoPro, and a crowbar. The fence was repaired, but I cut through anyway. The building felt expectant, like it was breathing. The halls were the same, but different. Fresher scratches on the walls, my old footprints in the dust, but leading deeper than I remembered going. The whispers welcomed me immediately. Back so soon. Good. I headed to the basement this time, where I hadn't gone before. Stairs creaked under my weight, descending into colder air. At the bottom, a door I'd never seen, padded like the cells upstairs. Inside was a room lined with speakers, dozens of them, rusted and ancient. In the center, a chair with restraints, and on the floor, a tape recorder playing on loop. My own voice from the night I escaped. Help! Stay with us! I hadn't said that. Shadows detached from the walls then, ghostly figures, translucent but solid enough to chill the air. Patients in tattooed gowns, doctors with blank faces. They circled me, whispering in my voice now. The echoes weren't trapped souls calling for help. They were the asylum itself, a living thing feeding on voices, trapping them to lure more. every scream, every plea recorded and replayed forever, drawing explorers in one by one.